Are you actually planning your retirement, or are you just hoping that it will somehow pan out on its own? Because most Americans have not started planning their retirement until it's almost too late. But people don't delay retirement planning just because they don't care. They just delay because life is just way too busy.
Yeah.
Anything finds a place and a space to get itself into your daily life. You are raising kids. Every single second is filled up with fires to put off. You are paying bills. You're caring possibly for elderly parents like we are. We're still launching our kids as well into adulthood. You're fixing leaks in the house, and suddenly 10 years are gone. Poof.
That's right. And someday becomes never. That's why this channel exists, to keep someday from stealing your go-go years.
Yeah, that's important. Don't let your energetic go-go years just fly away. So let me ask you right now, what has been holding you back from planning your retirement? Is it the fear of the unknown? Is it money? Is it just too much? It's overwhelming. So pause for a second, name it. And for more accountability, you can also write it down in the comments down below. Because once you name your obstacle and your fear, you can start finally getting power back from it.
That's right. Yeah. Take your pack.
Yeah.
So for ease of envisioning our retirement, we targeted on the idea of the go-go, slow-go, and the no-go years.
Yeah, we do love the framework of the go-go, slow, and the no-go years. It is simple, but it does change how you see your future.
That's right. Go-go years are the golden window, roughly 55 to 65, give or take. You've got healthy curiosity and energy.
Yeah, and then eventually the no-go years, that's when your biggest trip becomes going to your doctor. And listen, there's beauty in that period of life as well. You could be enjoying even more your grandchildren. You could even be great grandparents.
Yes.
But don't wait for the no-go years to start living up your bucket list.
So here's a question. Where do you want to spend your go-go years? Picture it right now. What do you see? A beach, city, mountains? Hold that vision. We're going to help you get there. Something sparked our vision for the future.
Yeah, our spark moment was at Cinque Terre in Italy. And we asked, well, what if we didn't have to just be on vacation doing this? What if this could become everyday life?
And once you let yourself ask that question, you can't pull it back. So we did what we always do. We ran the numbers, and it actually shocked us.
Yep, it did. We did figure out that renting abroad ended up equaling what we spent on gas and groceries in Seattle, here in the US, and probably in other states. You may have a very similar experience. A basket of fresh produce at the farmer's market, $12 over there abroad in a low-cost country. Well, compare it with 50 or more here in the same basket of fresh groceries at the farmer's market. So the meals out, well, that is a third of the price or half the price usually in these low-cost countries. So in most countries where you go outside of the US, life becomes a little bit more affordable and
Sometimes
also,
a lot.
Yeah.
Especially eating out.
Yeah, totally.
And the healthcare, Portugal, Thailand, Mexico, all with private hospitals, modern facilities, who are trained internationally, and all at a fraction of what you'd pay in the United States.
So now, not every country is perfect. Albania is one of the countries that are low cost that we have visited as well, but it is not best for advanced healthcare. Yes, dental and vision and also plastic surgeries have been taken off. When it comes to the most advanced medical care, it's not there yet. So that's what you got to do. You got to pick the best country that fits your actual needs, and you can keep changing it over time if you'd like. So you can get to pick the right country that works for you. Well, I know what you're thinking. That sounds great, but I can't just simply pack up and just leave tomorrow. And you are right. Neither can we.
We're still working. We still have a family, responsibilities, etc. You probably do too. Kids finishing off school, perhaps, parents to care for, house full of stuff. Anchors are real.
Yeah, but you don't have to move tomorrow. So what you actually need to do is prepare now. Make that retirement plan. Because if you wait until the opportunity arrives to start then Googling when you're 62 or 64, it just may be a little bit too late. Your kneecaps may not be holding you as well as today.
So here's a thought experiment. If you had just 5 years left of your go-go years, how would you spend them? Would you keep working long hours, or would you be out in the world creating memories?
Yeah, and preparation does not have to be huge. You can start with one of these, like research the countries, learn about the visa options, explore the healthcare abroad, and calculate especially that retirement number that you need to be able to get there.
Let's do a reality check on some of these low-cost countries and the US.
That's right. Well, here's the tough truth. The median retirement savings for Americans aged 55 to 64 is 185,000. The average retiree spends about 5,000 a month.
In the US, yeah. Yeah, that math doesn't work. Now, using the 4% rule, which you might have heard of, 185,000, well, that works out to about $700 a month, give or take.
That's right.
That's true.
But abroad, that same $700 a month could cover rent and in some cases, even some groceries on top of it. So suddenly that small nest egg that you had, it buys you freedom instead of stress.
So don't buy into that myth that you have to wait until 65. No, the real question is how much further could your money go if you live differently?
So when we looked at these numbers, like the ones that we just mentioned, we realized that there has to be some myth busting we got to do here.
Yep.
So let's start with myth number one.
Yeah, you need to be rich. No, wrong. Couples in Ecuador live on, let's say, what I've heard around $1,500 a month.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be rich, but if you're not, here are the options. So myth number two, healthcare abroad is poor and not good quality. So that is not true. Like in Portugal, Mexico, Thailand, Malaysia, and so forth, there's excellent care, affordable insurance as well that you can purchase that we can talk about in other episodes.
Here's another myth. You can't retire before 65. False. Lower costs mean early freedom.
And myth number four is, well, I'll just feel isolated. Well, honestly, some of the best friendships that we have formed been actually when we've been abroad. People end up being more curious and more open to seek out other expats, and the expat groups are lively with lots of events and activities. I don't think you'll feel isolated. Well, at least we haven't.
Which myth scares you the most? Comment below. We can address it in future episodes. Here's some countries, for example, where you can see yourself living with a low cost of living earlier than you thought, because all of a sudden your money goes further.
And possibly higher quality lifestyle and health. So let's just mention some snapshots of different countries. So I'll start with Ecuador.
Ecuador.
It has walkable cities, spending about 400 to 600 in rent and about 1100 in just your whole lifestyle.
Here's another one. How about Colombia? Eternal spring weather, vibrant culture, and about $1,000 a month. How does that sound?
That sounds great to me, actually. But I do have a heart for Thailand.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe more. So Chiang Mai in Thailand, slower pace of living, amazing food, and about $1,200 a month, your whole lifestyle monthly. Anything beats that?
And how about Portugal? The ultimate hub. $30 to $50 flights across Europe. Your backyard is the whole continent.
Yeah, and this is just briefly speaking, just snapshots of these countries. And we'll cover more about each of them and a whole lot more in our list in the upcoming episodes. We will cover the cost of living in each country, comparing that with the US. We'll talk about visas, healthcare options, the quality of the daily lifestyle, what you can fill up your day with and enrich it. So do hit that subscribe button now because you do not want to miss our next episodes.
All right. We bring this home to our friends.
Yeah, definitely. So here's your homework. Calculate that retirement number. If you don't know how to do it just yet, we will talk about it in detail in upcoming episodes. So stick around. Then do research at least 3 countries. Find out what your daily life could be there. Start envisioning it based on the facts. We will talk about those facts in our upcoming episodes as well. So do imagine in detail, how do you want your mornings to be like, your meals, your walks, and hold that vision.
And stay with us. Next episode will be how to build 2 financial roadmaps, one for the US and one for abroad. So don't wait till someday, because someday is not penciled in on the calendar. That someday is actually a choice that only you can make, and you can choose it today.
Yeah, today is the day. So don't waste your go, more energetic years. You only got one shot at this life. So let's make it count together. So if this episode helped you, subscribe and share it. Retirement planning starts by knowing your numbers, your savings, your spending, and building a real budget, either here for the US or for abroad. We can build both together and compare what's the best for you.
We'll help you visualize 2 versions, retirement in the US and retire abroad, in a low-cost country where your money stretches further and buys you more freedom.
Yeah, freedom is what everybody seeks.
Click on the next video and let's start building the retirement lifestyle you've actually wanted.
And thank you for spending your time with us. We're very honored. I am Ella.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is Smart Retirement Abroad.